All right, so we're going to do the middleman thing today. We're going to buy and sell some domains. I'd like everyone to take a look at the screen. If you could tell me in this questions box, you can see the screen, right? You can see it working, right? You like that, right? Yeah. All right, so take a look at the screen. And what you see here is you got my GoDaddy here. You got the domain list here. You got Estabot where we appraise. And then I got a little text edit document. I'll do some freestyle for you. All right, you like that? So tell me in the questions box what everything looks like. All right, and Ernie says screen looks just fine, and Olesa is asking if she's late. Yep, it's no, you're not late. So it's good to see you. All right, guys, here we go. First of all, we got Castlevania.org right here. All right, let's do a search. Let's see if it's still available. All right, these are good picks. All right, it's on sale for $300. Did it say $300? $3,000. All right, it's on sale for $3,000. It's worth $7,800. So that's what we're talking about, our arbitrage here. It's almost worth $8,000. It's on sale for $3,000. So why don't we do a little quick check? We're going to go to Estabot. We're going to do a search, and we'll talk about what someone would do with this domain name to monetize and make the money before selling it. Or if you wanted to just sell it right away, we're going to talk about how to do that. All right, so let's take a look at what Estabot thinks. All right, they've appraised it at $7,800, folks. All right, this is big money here. And it is available right there. It is in the real estate category, which is a little strange. I would think that it's the actual brand name of a video game, unless you all know about an actual area in the world called Castlevania. I don't think I know of an actual place. The related sales that have just happened are Collision.org, okay, which sold for $7,000. Enrollment.org. So these are all orgs the same way as Castlevania. Castlevania is a very, very famous video game. All right, so as you can see there, that is the comparison. Next up, we have the search results for this domain name. Now, you guys understand that when you do post this domain name either on GoDaddy or on Flippa, you're going to want to use all of these stats to show that your name is the bomb. Okay, average monthly stats, as you can see here, it's got a lot of volume. All right, so it's like real estate. This is an actual property online that is worth something based on these stats. All right, very, very important. So that's how we all make money, guys. What we do is we buy low and we sell high. Let's move down the list. This is going from most, if you wanted a big payout, you want to make $5,000 right away with one sale. These big time ones are the ones that do that. The next one is freephonesystem.com. That's a .com too, and that's an actual keyword search that would actually be monetized with phone plans, okay? As we can see here, freephonesystem.com, we can estimate it with Estabot. Let's take a look. Let's see how much it's worth. Let's see the money. Sorry, I'm doing the one-handed typing just for momentarily while I have my vapor. All right, here we go. $4,700. Look at that. $4,700, ladies and gentlemen. Going once, going twice. All right, freephonesystem.com is $4,700, and it is on sale for $2,000. There, that is a $2,700 profit margin. All right, so as we could tell by this listing, this is the real deal. Let's take a look at the stats. The related sales, which is similar to if you're going to sell your house, you'd look at your neighbor's house, how much the neighbor's house sold for. That is what does a big job, a big way to look at how much your thing is worth. Freebabygear.com. Okay, very similar. Freephonesystem.com. Very similar. And in fact, I think freephonesystem.com is actually better Then this domain that just recently sold for $5,000, freebabygear.com. As we can see there, this actually happened, ladies and gentlemen. 2012, in the year 2012, November 20th, on domain name sales, okay, it was sold on domain name sales. It sold for $5,000, free baby gear, okay? Pretty incredible. And it also says it was 1 day old. Wow. So someone had sold it the day after they bought it. Glutenfreecookies.com. Very good domain name. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this one. I like glutenfreecookies.com better than freebabygear.com. Still don't like it as much as freephone.system.com. I would love to own glutenfree.com. That is the type of domain name I would like to own. I would not like to own glutenfreecookies.com just because I'm not in the cookies niche. I have a big hatred for the cookies niche because I tried doing that niche and I wasted a lot of time. I don't like the cooking niche. You might have heard me say that in other videos. Glutenfreedining.com. All right, that's interesting. I might even like that better than glutenfreecookies.com. That's sold for $4,000. This is historical, ladies and gentlemen. This is not an estimate. This actually happened. This is fact. This is a fact here. Look, we have one that sold on GoDaddy for $4,000. TVchannelsfree.com. Are you kidding me? Ladies and gentlemen, I would jump on freephone.system.com immediately because, as we can see, something that is worse than freephone.system.com here, tvchannelsfree.com sold for $4,000 on GoDaddy. I mean, Jesus, what is going on here? This is maniacal, or whatever you call it. This is just out of this world that this would sell for $4,000. I'm actually getting so excited seeing that actually sold for $4,000 on GoDaddy. Holy mackerel. Oh my gosh. Glutenfreecupcakes.com sold on Afternic for $4,500. What is going on here? Amazing. So anyway, remember, these original stats were for freephone.system.com, which is on GoDaddy here for $2,000. And the average search results per keyword for this domain name are 12 million. And that is we're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this average monthly search stats report. We've got, for this exact free phone system broad match, we're looking at 4,000, 4,400, 4,400, 5,400, 4,400, 5,400. Oh my gosh. Just every month, that keyword is getting that many searches. The cost per click, again, monetizable. You've got that intent there. You've got that monetizable intent. $3.79 per click people pay for this keyword. So as you can see, these stats have built this domain name up. They've made that domain name very, very powerful. And it's a .com. That is the ace of spades. So anyway, pccomputer.org. Holy mackerel. This, again, worth $4,500. It's a .org, but of course everyone knows what a PC computer is. What this PC actually means is personal computer, but then they added the computer. So it's PC computer, which is pretty darn close to a keyword that, if we could take a look, let's take a look here and see what is going on here. This is just straight up amazing. You buy the domain name on GoDaddy and you sell it on these sources. Holy big mother. This is going to be exciting, guys. Let's take a look at the stats for pccomputer.org and take a look exactly what's going on here. Oh, again, worth $4,500. The related sales are, wow, what is that? That doesn't, I don't know what that means. Innerbalance.org. Okay. Sister cities, no, I don't like that. That's like Minneapolis and St. Paul or something, right? Or what do you call those cities? Loudspeaker.org. Okay, I like that one pretty good. That's probably why this sold for the most. Well, this one was good too, but loudspeaker.org. Ooh, I like that. Pricecompare.org. These are the comparable sales similar to your area. all right, if you're the proud owner of pccomputer.org, then all of these domain sales here are very relatable to what your domain is worth. That's the way that we know that we're not risking anything. All right, this is a no-risk business. You're owning property here, and it's digital property. It's not even an actual thing. It's a domain name. I mean, we're not talking about owning a bar of gold or owning a house or owning a car. We're talking about something that is in your GoDaddy account, and you're sitting on some money. All right, you're sitting on profits.
Digital real estate.
Digital real estate. So let's take a look here and let's do a search for pccomputer.org and let's see what's going on here. $1,700. All right, now the prices are getting even better. All right, so we're looking at something that is worth $1,700 and well, we're looking at something for sale for $1,700, but according to Esteban, it's worth a $4,500 buyout. Holy mackerel! Aren't you getting? I'm very excited. I'm just getting very excited here.
I'm excited.
This is going to be very exciting. All right, let's move down the list, guys. Let's move down the list because we've got a lot of them to go, guys. All right, and remember, we're doing the big ones first. All right, so if you guys are on a budget or whatnot, we're going to be able to get down here where you're going to have plenty of domains that you can pick from, and we're going to be making some money. Look, this webinar is going to be going on 2 hours. All right, so we're going to be buying now, and then we're going to be selling the next hour. We're going to be selling these domain names that we buy. So let's move back up to where we were. We're looking at slimmingpills.org. Let's first of all, let's go to the videotape. All right, we're going to go on here and we're going to appraise. Let's just appraise a bunch of them at the same time. You guys want to do that? You want to do a bulk appraisal? We'll have some fun. All right, this is cool because we can do it all in one shot. We can kill multiple birds with one stone. All right, so here we go. Slimmingpills.org. And then we got favoriteautostore.com. We got within 10 days. Oh, it would be a freaking great weight loss site. And then we got viewmywife.com. We got shoppingbestprice.com. We got moneydrawing.com. We got assetschedule.com. We got unlimitedinstantvideos.com. What a great one. Unlimitedinstantvideos.com. We got serverbackupsystem.com. Holy mackerel. Let me just do a little edits here. Let's edit this so it appraises correctly. All right, let's move down the list, guy. All right, we got hookers.io. All right, that's a real simple one. The only problem is that it's an IO. It's not going to be worth as much as hookers.com, obviously. Hookers.com would go for 400 grand. USB modem.net. Very good. GNEB.com, which is cool. Gneb.com. Please tag.com. And then we got removespyware.org. All right, so let's do these. Let's take a look at these. And we're going to assess, and we're going to also figure out how to do the listings for each of these. Of course, remember, you guys are going to want to make sure that before you were to get into any of these and you were to own, you want to make sure you know an exit strategy. All right, you want to know how you can get rid of it and sell it for more than you bought it for. And the way to do that is just basically using that algorithm. The most important thing is to remember what the related sales are, because if you can rely on related sales, or even better yet, finding your own related sales that are very similar, like using the same noun, etc., the same amount of syllables, finding related sales that Esteban isn't doing for you, thinking for yourself. If you've got the ability to do that, sometimes you could luck out and buy a domain name that might, on Esteban, it says it's worth a little less, like 400, 500, but it's really worth a lot more because Esteban's just a robot, right? So that sometimes could work for your advantage. But I do have to say that a lot of the time people, when they're buying a domain more than you bought it for, they look at the appraisal of Estabat. And so if you buy it, for $1,000, $2,000, you put it on sale, not for the appraisal price, but give a little room so the person can resell it, because that's the end goal, is to sell it for the appraisal price. You can get greedy right away and put it up for the appraisal price, but remember, your conversions are going to be a little less than if you gave them a good deal, because that person, remember, the people who buy domains solely to resell them aren't going to have much incentive, all right? All right, something went wrong with this, though, okay? I don't own the pills.org. We're going to get rid of that, all right? Because something went wrong with that. So let's not look at pills.org. Let's look at favoriteautostore.com, 2.6K, all right? $2,600 there, Favorite Auto Store. Within10days.com, that awesome weight loss domain, that's 2.4K, all right? $2,400. Viewmywife.com. That is also a great site that could be just a kick-ass webcam site, all right, where people want to look at wives. It's a big fantasy thing for men who want to look at webcams and stuff like that. It could be a multi-million-dollar webcam business right there. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to be the guy to create that webcam business. You could actually own that domain, buy the domain, and then sell it. But when you sell it, if you put it on Flippa, explain that, what I just explained. Explain that you would be able to do a webcam business. If you're going to put it on GoDaddy, then a lot of the time you're going to be selling it on GoDaddy based on the concept of the site. And also, here's a great thing about it, is once you relist it on GoDaddy, you guys got to get on YouTube. You got to get on the forums. You got to get on Facebook and sell it, okay? Don't just wait for it to sell on its own, okay? Next up, shoppingbestprice.com, valued at $2,300. For instance, on GoDaddy, shopping best price is only $390. Holy mackerel! So now we're looking at almost an 8 times. Okay, that is an 800% profit. Okay, pretty exciting stuff there. That's very, very exciting there. So we're looking now at something that is on sale for $390, and it could be sold for $2,300. Remember, a lot of the time people will buy something if it says it's worth that, because they have nothing to lose. But if you really want to sell these things fast, double your money, triple your money, that type of thing, give a great deal, leave some room for your buyer to resell it. Okay, so he has a little bit of incentive to buy it. He doesn't have anything to lose, plus he can actually make a profit. So that's the great thing. Next up, let's take a look at this money drawing, which is worth $2,200. It's for sale for $850. That's because it's a little bit of a better domain than shoppingbestprice.com, I feel. Although Shopping Best Price has that appraisal, so whether or not you or me think it's a good domain, it still has that locked, and it's going to be based on these stats here, all right? 46 million searches for this, so we're getting pretty serious. The next one is something like I think an attorney would use. It's assetschedule.com. Another great way to be able to sell and move these things is if you were to go on to either a forum, or if you wanted to just skip from it, you could go to an attorney and sell it directly to the attorney, okay? Something went wrong here, though, I have a feeling. Let's take a look if we had typed everything in there. No, it's good. This one is a steal, guys. If you want to grab that, it's for the available price. I'm not sure what's going on here with the appraisal, though, okay? So I'm not, that's why I was taking a look at the list, because it only says it's worth $75. So, of course, here now you see it says 99 cents. Okay, so you could buy this for 99 cents, but it's only saying it's worth $75. It's a great example of how Estabat is very accurate. But if you all want to make a lot of money, that's not really the way to do it. You have to kind of jump on these guys, all right? Because there's a lot of people on the webinar right now. Unlimited instant videos, for instance, the unlimitedinstantvideos.com is worth $2,200. Now, unlimited instant videos, of course, could be an amazing video download site. In fact, this domain is probably very old. Okay, a lot of these domains are very old and they've been given up. They've expired a few times. Someone owned them for 5 years, etc. And because they're keywords, all right, they're actual keywords. So these domains probably already have listings and advertisements and traffic and all that stuff. Are they websites? No, they're not actual websites yet. They're just domains, but there's advertisements for that domain. How about that? So if you were to buy a site, boom. I mean, if you were to build a site, then it gets instant traffic. That, again, is something you should write down. If you're a domainer who just buys domains and resells them right away without building websites and all that, and you're just a trader, then you got to write those types of things down. Why? Because when you put it on Flippa or when you talk to someone on the phone, you call up the video sites and you call up the other video sites online and you say, hey, I got unlimitedinstantvideos.com. You want it? Be like, yeah, hell yeah. You'd be like, all right, I'll sell it to you for $3,000. Be like, all right, cool. Now, it was only worth 2.2K, but hey, when you're saying, hey, it's unlimited instant videos and you're in videos and hey, this is the right domain for you. You know what I mean? You'd be like, wow, thanks for that. How'd you find that? So that's part of the nice little happy surprise for you. If you do go local and you get on the phone, you can get a little bit more because it's going to be a targeted search and not just posting something where you don't know if someone's really going to be into the domain, you know. So next we got server backup system, which is an actual thing again, and probably monetizable because server backup systems, hard drives, stuff like that. Best Buy affiliate program. Remember, guys, write down the notes. Write down those notes because when you resell this for that amount, that $2,200, you're going to have an easy time doing it because you know exactly what the buyer should do with the site. You say, hey, if you either want to sell it, resell it right away, you can resell this for $2,200. You grab it for $800, you sell it for $1,700, and then you pocket the $500 profit. Nothing to lose, nothing to risk, but at the same time, since you have those coordinates and you have all of those different things you can say in the listing, boom, then you're making your case. All right, it's very important to make a case. Next up, let's take a look at the hookers.io. All right, hookers.io is taken. Oh my gosh, someone grabbed it already, guys. So I would jump on this. All right, I would definitely jump on it. Let's take a look at usbmodem.net. There's a lot of people on the webinar. Hopefully things aren't being taken so fast. I would like to be able to explain, guys. Please give us a break. Let me explain what all these domains are about. usbmodem.net is an actual item you can, again, Best Buy affiliate program. The buyer or the buyer of your buyer will be able to create a website that sells modems, okay? It's an actual keyword. There's going to be actual traffic just from people going on Google. So, again, that can be a very, very good investment for someone. That's on sale for $1,200 and valued at 2.5K. Let's move down the list, all right, should we? We're moving down on the ones that, let's go into different price ranges here. We've got stuff such as musiclicense.org. All right, we'll take a look at musiclicense.org and see how we're doing on our buys. Remember, the upsell and the flow of the buys should definitely represent you should have definitely a good diversified portfolio based on this curve here. We've got quite a good curve where you can see the values are holding up quite well as we move down the list. We've got domains worth between the $1,600 and the $1,800 range. We've got about 8 of these domains right here. And as you can see, they are worth, through Estabot, they're worth a good amount of money, but now we're getting that nice sweet spot where we can get a 400 or 500% profit off of the sale. At the max, remember, if you want to make that call and call the individual companies and sell them, do a cold call, you might be able to get more. For instance, if you were to call a publishing company, call ASCAP or something like that, a big giant organization, and say, hey, I've got musiclicense.org. And the part of your selling point can be the type of thing like where you guys have ever experienced purchasing a domain and you got a cease and desist from a company where they're like, hey, you're using my name. Well, that's kind of like a selling point. When you call up ASCAP to sell them this domain, this musiclicense.org, and you say to them, hey, I've got musiclicense.org. Is it okay that I have this? They might be like, well, that's a great domain. Yeah, it's kind of like what you guys do, isn't it? And they're like, yeah. You'd be like, well, would you like to take it off my hands? And you're not even coming as a salesman. All right, you see what I'm saying? You say, oh, I got this. You want it? And they'd be like, yeah, sure. And you don't tell them how much you bought it for. You tell them how much it's worth through Estabat. All right? Does McDonald's tell you how much they buy their hamburger patties for? No, they buy them for 2 cents. They're made out of mealworms. All right? We're talking about you barging into ASCAP offices and being like, I got musiclicense.org. Write me the check, guys. All right? This is property here. You got to know where to sell the thing. You're going to sell it for $5,000 or $10,000. All right? The freaking thing is on sale for $390. All you got to do is walk into a publishing office or call them up and sell them that domain for freaking 100 times as much as you bought it for. That's that strategy. Now, of course, you can post on Flippin. You could say, hey, Estabat evaluates this domain at $1,700. So I want a good amount. Now, I wouldn't say have a buy it now for $1,700. People on Flippa are sharks. I always say if you guys want to make good sales, I got tons of testimonials from you guys selling stuff for like 100, 200 bucks. And you guys do it often. I like that. I'd rather you guys make 200 bucks twice a day than post something for 2,000 bucks and not make anything that week because you post everything for 2,000 bucks. Remember, you got to know what you're talking about if you post something for 2,000 bucks. You got to be like, look, this is a great domain for music publishers. All right? All right, guys. So let's move down the list. Next, we got nutty.info. That's pretty good. It's four letters. All right? You can't go wrong with that. If you go on a radio station and someone's like interviews you and makes a fool out of you, and you can be like, hey, I own nutty.info. Go to nutty.info and check it out. They'd be like, that's freaking cool. Now, that's the power of a very quick domain like that. And that's something that you would explain in your listing, or if you're going to call someone, do the cold call, you can explain that. Oh, someone grabbed it. You guys are quick. All right, let's move on. Retardedpoliceman.com. That's a great domain name for now. You can grab a lot of the Black Lives Matter folks with that. You can create maybe possibly like a forum or something like that. People will love that, all right? Again, retardedpoliceman.com is going for $390, and it is worth $1,700 according to Estabat. Let's go back to Estabat and confirm some of these numbers. All right, we're going to click on Appraise Another. Let's do this. Are we going to appraise Retarded Policeman? I think we are. Let's check it out. Let's see exactly what the bot tells us about this domain. All right, we got the results. Let's take a look. It's a dictionary word. Related sales, IndianHandicrafts.com sold for $1,500. ManagingHappiness.com sold for $1,700. We got WebsiteCopywriter.com sold for $1,500 on GoDaddy. We've got ConsignmentCenter.com. Sorry, I can't read. That was on Buy Domains at $1,500. These are actual historical sales, folks. These are the actual facts. This happened. It shows the date. This happened all this year. All right. These are domains that are very close to retardedpoliceman.com. All right. Very exciting. Next up, of course, you guys know what's down here. We've got our monthly search results. This is actually incredible. This might have to do with the current state of affairs in the United States. We've got 22,000 monthly searches. I'm actually very surprised with it. And this is even more surprising, which is cost per click, $2. Go figure. I'm not sure exactly. The only downside is I'm not very sure what people are selling with this. I would think it would be some type of activist site. You know, maybe like there's a site called Cop Block where they post all of the examples of police brutality and stuff. But this is a little different. This is maybe a little humor, okay? A little humor with that. It could be a forum or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but I know that the appraisal and the searches are adding up. It's showing us that we have a good, healthy 500% profit margin on that one. So that's very good. This is incredible. Oh my gosh. Stocksfordummies.com. Could you imagine that? This one's going to go quick, guys. Let's take a look into, take a look at how much it's worth here. Stocks for Dummies. All right. And see how much it's selling and how much it's worth. It's selling for $250. Oh my gosh. That's way too inexpensive. That's way too good of a deal for that. That's a headbanger. Stocks for Dummies. We got that's worth $1,700 according to Esteban. Holy moly, we gotta confirm. Let's confirm, guys. All right, we're gonna confirm. Drop it into the bot, and let's do a couple other ones too. We'll do stocksfordummies.com. We'll do 2000hits.com. That's the next one down on the list. That's worth $1,600. We got atms.info. What do you know about that? We got onlinemarketingforums.com. And let's take a look. Let's go to the videotape. Here we go. All right. This is actual real-time domaining. All right. We got to make sure that we get our inventory first. Then we're going to be taking a trip to the premiums listings as well as Flippa, as well as Google, where we're going to find these guys to sell these domains to. All right, we've got a good approval here on the stocksfordummies.com. This is very exciting. This is just coming in. We've got stocksfordummies.com appraising at 1.7K. All right, we've got a search engine results at 317K. 317,000 search results. Now, next, let's click on this actual domain name listing here, and let's take a look at what stocksfordummies.com is consisting of here. It looks like the related sales were pennystockdigest.com, which sold on Flippa for $1,300. That is an actual sale that happened on September 20th, 2015, which is just a little more than a year ago. Or again, someone posted a related sale, the same, and you can tell they're very, very similar domain names here. They sold it on Flippa, the domain site that we talk about all the time, for $1,300. Next, we have the ranchbroker.com, sold on Uniregistry for $1,700. VIPbailbonds.com, sold on $1,500. Again, the domain in question is stocksfordummies.com. It's a kind of obvious what you would do with that site, and that's what you'd explain to the buyer. You'd explain to the buyer that you'd be able to sell or teach how to do stocks. It's also something that you could probably sell to the dummy books. The company that owns the dummy books would probably be very, very happy to buy that domain because it's the actual name of one of their books. Is there going to be a trademark issue? I don't think so, because I think they can't trademark that. I'm not sure. It could be wrong. You've got to look it up on your own, but it's a good domain. 2000hits.com. It's worth $1,600. Let's take a look at that one in here. And 2000hits.com would be a great internet marketing site, maybe a solo ad site where you had a deal for 2,000 hits. So if you wanted to resell clicks, you buy a solo for cheap, and you can get it. You can do a markup on it. Then you might be able to get some traffic off of Google. You get that SEO, you get some traffic off of Google, etc. But again, this is a domaining webinar. I don't want you guys to think about developing websites. I want to think about doing actual arbitrage. I would like to do that in the next hour. All right, let's go through some more of these domains and then let's get ready to start selling. ATMs.info. This is a no-brainer. Okay, worth $1,600. It's an actual thing. It's a big money thing as well. It's a big, big, big money thing because it's a franchise. Actually, it's a 4-character domain. Very, very hot stuff. Worth $1,600. As you can see now, we're in that range. We're in the hundreds of dollars, $200, $300, and then you'd be owning something that's worth $1,600. So, of course, you guys want to get into this and you want to start moving these domains. You want to move them like fire. OnlineMarketingForums.com. This is a no-brainer, guys. If anyone is thinking about coming up with a list of all the online marketing forums, like, for instance, Warrior Forum, Wicked Fire, etc., you could have a hub, and then you could get advertising from all of the forums. Okay, there's always monetization ideas with all of these. The next one is a no-brainer as well, wirelessrouter.us. Nothing to be said about that. I think everyone knows what a wireless router is. Again, it's going to be searched actively by people on Google. Great SEO opportunity, great monetization opportunity in terms of being able to sell actual wireless routers with the site. Kind of everything connects together, no misspellings. Very, very exciting stuff. Esterbot is also confirming our assumptions here with a good $1,600 appraisal based on their search engine results, the dictionary word, the age, the related sales, which again is very, very important. And of course, at the bottom, you're going to have all of the monthly search results as well. I urge you all to check that out. Next up, we have spokesmodel.org. Very good again, very quick, very easy. It means an actual thing. Not entirely sure what you'd monetize with it, but hey, we'll go with Esterbot's appraisal feature. A lot of the time, your buyers won't even check Esterbot entirely. They'll just look at exactly what the appraisal is confirmed to be on there, and then that's it. Buyers will run through it. So if you guys are having trouble with your domain name sales already, I want you to write this down, guys. 2 points. I'll give you just two. Of course, there's a lot of other algorithms to it. But here are the 2 points I want you to remember. Sleep on this. Is number one, make your price affordable. All right? If you're having trouble selling your domains, drop the price. Don't worry about it. All right? But the second thing is going to counterbalance that first rule. And that is make sure that you've tried everything first, though. Make sure that you've called actual online marketing forums and seen if you could sell them that domain name, or see if you could call up wireless router companies and sell them that. Try to kill all your birds with one stone first and for more money. And then worst comes to worst, which I don't think would happen if you all actually had the balls to be cold calling and selling your domains that way. You can post it on Flippa, give it a good amount, try a big amount first. If with a 30-day auction, you could always drop the price unless people start to bid. So you got to be very careful about that. Next up, this is the same thing as the 2000 hits site. You remember that? I was talking about how it would be a great solo ad site or some type of internet marketing service, right? Look at this one, bannerads.io, which is great because IO is actually the internet marketing extension. Did you guys know that? It's a tech extension, all right, a techie extension. And so it's kind of like, the org means organization, the US means United States, the .com means commercial. You know what I mean? So down here, bannerads.io, perfect for what this domain actually is. Banner ads are an internet marketing thing, all right? So we've got bannerads.io. Again, these are all worth $1,400. So let's take a look into GoDaddy and see, for instance, how much bannerads.io is going for. And, oh my gosh, it's taken already. Sorry, guys. You got to move on it quick. Someone already jumped on it. It's probably because I scroll down like this and you guys are looking at stuff and you're buying up all this stuff even before I can get to it. So, look, let's just try to, I don't blame you. You got to move on it quick. But at the same time, we're talking strategy here, guys. Let's talk strategy. And by all means, I'm going to be checking the questions box in a second here. And you guys are going to hit me up in the questions box and tell me what you need help with or what domain names you have. You're getting free appraisals, and someone is also winning money at the end of this webinar, which I announced last week. Remember that email? I said, I'm going to pay you. Well, absolutely, at the end of the webinar, you're going to win some monies. All right, just got to make sure you stay around. All right, next up, let's talk about this. This is exciting. marketingseminar.org. What on earth is that? Holy mackerel. I better buy that right now. Matt, buy this thing. Holy mackerel, I just found a winner. We got that live show at Mohegan Sun. You got to buy this before other people do. All right, I hope you heard it. It's marketingseminar.org. You there? Oh, boy. All right. Oh, man. I'm starting to get heat flashes. All right. marketingseminar.org. You guys know exactly what that would be. It would be an amazing website where you do the SEO and boom, 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 you pack a stadium. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, right? Hotporno.org. I don't even need to talk about what that is. That's something that actually people type in when they get horny, and they type that into Google. They say, I want a hot porno. And they get your website and you make $1 million. E-commercemarketing.org, another no-brainer. I don't even need to talk about that. It is worth $1,400. Feel free to take a look in the Esteban appraisal feature and get a confirmation on that. E-commercemarketing.org. Let's see here what we can do. $350 again. What a great deal. E-commercemarketing.org is just a big nuclear bomb, because this again is an actual keyword people searching for. These are premiums, guys. Very, very good premiums that are in our niches, and also we could do the monetization strategy. Very exciting. We got sexybutt.org here. Sexybutt.org. Whoever thought that would be available? And it has an appraisal of $1,400. We can also confirm that, but again, what a great domain. $390. Guys, let's do a search for this here and see what we come up with. Sexybutt.org. All right. Now, monetization. What would we do with this? What would we do with this? There's an actual niche, similar to six-pack abs, how to get a bigger butt. All right. That is an actual keyword. It's an actual word. There's ClickBank websites built for that. You know, there's all these different fitness websites. A few of them you've seen are on how to get better looking abs, a six-pack. Some of them are weight loss. Some of them are, hey, clean out your body. Some of them are feel healthier. Some of them are run faster, jump higher, etc. There's all sorts of different fitness sites. One of them is get a better looking butt. So we've got sexybutt.org right here. It's in the entertainment adult area. I don't think it's very adult. I think that's more of these related sales are 2x rated for what this is. That is not an X rated domain name. What sexybutt.org means is you can get a better butt. You can get a better looking butt. All right. So that again, $1,400 and on sale for $390. There you see the arbitrage. So if we were to make a plan for this, okay, the main idea would be let's take a look. $390. And then $1,400 selling for the appraisal. That would leave about $1,000. All right, that's too much money though. What I'm trying to kind of purvey, is that the portray or explain, is trying to think of words there, is try to give them a good deal and leave room. So it's kind of like you buy it for a third and then you sell it for another third, and then that person is able to buy a third. So leave them a little bit of profit potential at the end there. Don't just sell something for freaking what you see it appraised in Esteban, unless you're cold calling. All right, you guys have heard me say that a few times. That's a very, very good rule. All right, next up, we got sitemasters.org. This would be another great internet marketing service site where you design sites for people. Sitemasters.org, worth $1,400. If you want to sell it right away tomorrow, then after you buy it, then what you'd want to do is write down exactly what I had just said about what the domain's about, and you can explain that to the buyer. All right, Sitemasters is a great service in the internet marketing niche where you build sites for people. Next up, we got steamer.biz. Everyone knows what a steamer is. Well, maybe you don't. Well, there's something in the home cleaning area. You know, have you ever heard that? Or have you ever heard that song? Do 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 do, Stanley steamer. You know, What is that? Is it carpet cleaner or something like that? Steamer.biz is worth $1,400. It's a 2-syllable word. Just one word. Domain name. Amazing. $1,400. Again, we're in this good 3 to 4 times profit margin. If we could take a look in here, it's probably going to be quite affordable if it's down here on the list. And then the whole plan, the whole attack. Oh, it's gone. What a bummer. You guys are seeing those one-word domains and you're snatching them up real quick. That's very scary, guys. All right, very scary. I don't even get a chance to talk about it. All right, whoever got steamer.biz out there, guys, you got to remember, explain what that can be done. The monetization is, for this one, you're going to want to talk about the monetization. Unlike the retardedpoliceman.com, the monetization of this one is huge. You'll be selling vacuums and carpet cleaners, guys, carpet steamers. So remember, you're going to want to explain that, or heck, you might even want to build the site and SEO it and everything, and then sell it for $50,000. All right, so you guys got to think like that. You got to think like entrepreneurs. You got to be a little creative. All right, here we go. Causesofsleepapnea.com, builddreamhouse.com, homelendingsolutions.com. Are you kidding me? What is that? Oh my gosh! Don't you guys love this feed here? Look at this! Look at this feed. I got the algorithms, guys. Wait until you guys see this algorithm we're doing. We're talking thousands and thousands of domains. I've been hard work. I've been hard at work all night on these feeds, man. I got these feeds going. We're going to be close to bringing in 6 figures a month with domains soon, based on these algorithms. I'm just very excited, and I hope that y'all are sharing the excitement with me. HomeLendingSolutions.com. Are you kidding me? Wow. Again. If you guys don't know how impossible it was for me to be able to do this, if you were to contact GoDaddy, for instance, and say, hey, can I get all the domains between this price and based on this and with this algorithm and with this many characters and nouns and the first letter starts with this and da-da-da. If you were to go to them like that, they'd be like, get the hell out of here. They'd be like, we don't do that service for you. You got to just type in what you think into GoDaddy. Da-da-da. They won't help you at all. That's why you guys got to hang out with me more, man. Are we having fun now? We're having some fun. We're going to make some money. It's going to be very exciting. But we got to move on this fast, guys, because we're going to be moving into the selling aspect of it soon. We're moving on 9 o'clock. All right, so we got this amazing. I mean, I don't even need to explain what this is. The monetization potential with this is vast. Home lending solutions. Jesus. Next, we got Infamous Cheats. Could be a great video game cheat website. We got Lockets for Women. You can sell some lockets. Amazon. Marketingebooks.org. I don't need to say anything about that. I think you guys know what you put on there. Buyingoilfutures.com. Again, go to the site. You say, dun, 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 and Obama comes on. And the world's going to end. Da, da, da. You better learn how to protect your family with your investments. Do, do, do. And learn how this amazing trading strategy. You've seen those sites, right? That's the Buying Oil Futures. It'd be like similar to Motley Fool or something like that. FannyPackHolster.com. You just sell a whole crap load of fanny pack holsters. All right. It's a .com. It'll rank #1 in the search results very easily, very, very easily SEOable. And you just have an Amazon store selling a whole bunch of fanny pack holsters. HugeLibrary.com. Holy mackerel. All right, we're talking. Look at it. Look at this one underneath it. Schizophrenic.info. I mean, we're just getting a little crazy. But again, if we were to look at, let's do an appraisal, and at the same time, let's check out the dissonance here, because that dissonance is what keeps us in business here. HugeLibrary.com is $390 for sale, and it is worth $1,200. We want a real quick confirmation there. We'll see some little more detailed explanations of why it's being appraised at that amount of money. So we're doing hugelibrary.org. Oh, sorry, hugelibrary.com. Wow, I was thinking .org is still good. Jesus, that's a good one. That's dynamite. Huge library. Not, I mean, that could be, it's kind of vague though. It could be a lot of different things, but at the same time, you got that appraisal, you got the low price, and it looks like example, a very, very good example. Books and music, $1,200, and related sales are crappier than I mean, this domain is dynamite, and look at the related sales, not as good, not as good. Recordsfinder.com is pretty good. Average search results per keyword, and we've got monthly searches, we've got cost per click, we've got a whole bunch of really cool stuff down here. All right, so you guys can do that research as well, and I'm going to start looking through the questions box. How y'all doing? How you feeling? It's good to see you. We got Timothy Floyd in the house. We got Richard Atkins. We got Erwin Kunkel. We got Michael Schaus. We got Chris Kern. We got Jonathan Gagney. We got Timothy Floyd. We got Kev Johns. We got Olessa. We got Liam. Look at these. These are my minions right here. We got Sally Richards. Hell yeah. How you doing, Sally Richards? Great to see you. So, what are we doing, Bob Barner? Are we doing this? We doing this up live? You guys ready to head over? What we want to do first? You guys want to sell on Flippa, or you want to do some GoDaddy selling? You want some GoDaddy selling, or you want to sell your stuff on Flippa? Let's make $1 million. All right, you guys ready to do this? How much are we gonna do tonight? 4,000 each. All right, we got to do 4,000 in sales at the minimum. We could do 16,000 each. Make sure that your cost is 4,000 for the 16. That's the rule, guys. Is make sure that you are, and I'll put this on the whiteboard so we can remember this. Make sure that you do the 30% rule, guys. Everything in life is 30%. All right, it's actually 33%, but I just added up to 90, and then 10% gets lost. All right, guys. So 30% is everything. When you pay taxes, it's 30%. When you pay your partner, it's 30%. When you pay alimony, it's 30%. When you sell something on Flippa, you're going to want to have at least a profit margin of 30%. It goes on and on. Everything's 30%. You divide it up 30%, and that leaves you room for 3, okay? And remember, after you get the money, you're going to have to pay 30% of it to taxes and et cetera. Unless you don't pay taxes. I don't know if you do or I do, but all right, so 30% of, let's see, what we were looking at, the last ones we were looking at were in the 1,200 range. Easy, $400. There we go, perfect. So we've got $390 times 3 is what these all add up to, okay? Which is very, very good. Oh my gosh, guys, we've got callconsultant.com here. Look at that. Goodinsurancecompanies.com. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, look, goodinsurancecompanies.com. Do you know why that is a good? Let's hear in the questions box. Why is that a good domain? Let's hear. Let me just make sure everyone's on the right track. Good keyword. Why is that a good domain? Come on, guys. Tell me why it's a good domain. Don't ask me. Oh, God. All right. Jonathan Gagney came close. The rest of you guys flunked. No offense. I love you all, but I'm gonna school you. All right. You ready to get schooled? Guys, have you ever seen what insurance companies are pay out CPA or how much they pay per click? It's the biggest. It's the biggest pay-per-click you ever seen. It's like $200 nowadays. It used to be like, I remember back in the day in 2004 when I started to find out about this stuff. I looked up some of the legal posts that these companies would do, right? And I remember there's this keyword, mesothelioma. What the heck is that, right? Well, guess what? That keyword, you have to pay $45. That was back then in 2005, 2004, 2005, 2006. $45 if you want to advertise using the keyword mesothelioma is because the lawyers would get one of those. The people who have mesothelioma would get they would sue the employers that where they got asbestos. They got mesothelioma from asbestos, so they'd pay the lawyers, or they didn't even have to pay the lawyers. They'd click on the link. The lawyer would pay $45 for someone to click on that link. You know why? Because then they're going to sue the company, and then the company will file with the insurance, a claim with the insurance company, and then $4 million will go to the client, and so the lawyer gets like half of it or something. They make $2 million. So those lawyers who were doing that injury stuff, they're making so much money they can afford to pay 45 cents a click. And so when you're looking at, that's what I wanted you guys to say was it was monetizable, like a mother effer, guys. It's monetizable. You guys were saying, before Richard Atkins started to talk here, I think he had some good points. You guys were talking here, and I agree, Chris Kern. I do like selling on GoDaddy as well. What is that? Do people type that into Google all the time? It's corporate. You're saying stuff like that. Richard said charge insurance because for listings. Ernie says they call for consulting, search term. No, it's monetizable, guys. All right. Also, this Jonathan Gagney here had a good comment here. You can sell it to insurance company to redirect to their company. All right, sounds like a plan. So again, that's on GoDaddy. It's right now, I guess. Let's take a look, and then let's head over to Flippa, guys. It's flippa.com. You get that in one angle, and then you get your GoDaddy in another angle, like so. Chris Kern doesn't like Flippa. I can't say I dislike Flippa. I did almost 500,000 or something with Flippa, but also I've done money with eBay. So Flippa is not the only place to flip sites, guys. If you have a website, it's very easy to flip it on Flippa. They added the domain feature, and you get a whole bunch of lowballers. But the good thing about it is that you really do get exposure, and you get a lot of people. So if you're kind of active, it's kind of like taking GoDaddy, eBay, and a social network and putting them together. You got Flippa. It's very social. So if you're a social person, you're able to get in there and comment on people's listings, and get in there, and you're good at it, and then you price your stuff accordingly, or you get you get names, you get a good reputation, then it becomes more of a political thing on there. All right. But the last one, what were we looking at? We were looking at good insurance companies, which was appraised at, and I think that appraisal is low. I think you could sell that to an insurance company for like a lot of money. That's a lot of money right there. But let's take a look here. Good insurance companies.com. And do we have a bargain price? Yep, we got a $350 bargain price. Good Insurance Companies is going for $350. Very good domain name. Valuated at $1,100. Showing up $1,200 on Estabat, confirmed. We've got over 1.4 million search results. We've got 1,600 searches a month. We got a cost per click of $2. It's a healthy domain. Very exciting. So guys, when you head over to Flippa, please make sure to know what you're doing first. Don't start selling like crazy if you don't know what you're doing. You got to make sure that you attend the webinars, you ask questions. On GoDaddy, it's very easy. You just post it in the premiums. You log into your GoDaddy members area, and you click on Sell on Premium Listings. It's that easy. On Flippa, you're going to come over here, and you either build. There's a few different things you can do, 4 things actually. You can sell a website that is flourishing and is doing amazing. Websites that are older than 3 months. So this is a website that is, of course, older than 3 months, but also sometimes gets traffic and makes money or has a ton of. Sometimes sites don't make anything, but they have a lot of users or something's going on there, and that makes them valuable. All right, so there's a lot of aspects that make sites valuable. Then you got starter sites, sell them for $100. You buy a domain, you build a site, doesn't make any money or traffic, you sell for $100. It's a way to sell domains that suck. Okay, if you have domains that just suck, you bought them before you met me or something, then you could always build a WordPress site and sell it in this area. All right, only $19 to do an auction, so you see where the profit would come from. Remember, also the great thing about Flippa is that you have the chance, and there's no other website like this, but you have the chance to explain all this stuff I'm explaining about each individual domain name. You could be like, hey, this domain name is the bomb because of this reason. And then you show all the stats and all the pictures, the attachments. That you're not able to do that in other places. So Flippa is a really intimate place to sell. All right, get ready for people to be up your you know what when they're looking at your listing. Next, we've got the listing, the category where you can just sell a domain name without anything, without a website or anything. All right. Some of the aspects that help you sell a domain are the age of the domain, the monetization of it, the actual keyword, the rarity, which the smaller the keyword or the more monetizable, the more rare it is. All right. But a good rule is that if it's like one word, if you had like call.com, that'd be worth like $1 million. All right. Callconsultant.com worth $2,000. Big difference. All right. The reason is that one word is going to be worth more. 2 words, or if it's 5 words, not worth as much as a 2-word one. HugeLibrary.com, 2 words. Great. Worth a lot. Schizophrenic.info, 1 word. Callconsultant.com, 2 words. Goodinsurancecompanies.com, 3 words, but more monetizable than any of the other ones I just read. Hemorrhoid.org, 1 word, and actually quite surprisingly monetizable because you can always sell hemorrhoid cream or products on ClickBank for hemorrhoids, stuff like that. And here's another really great aspect to that name. Anyone want to tell me in the questions box what else? And I didn't say anything. I didn't say this yet, but why else is that a good domain? Anyone know? Aside from the fact that it's monetizable and it's 1 word. All right. You give up? There's no competition for it. Nobody wants to touch that niche. It's embarrassing. All right. So there you go. If you don't want to be bothered with competition, you want to be ranking #1 in the search engines, you get into something like that. I learned that when I got into the niche, lose man boobs. All right. There's no competition whatsoever for that guy. There's 1 guy. We destroyed him. All right. Next up, bloodydeath.com. All right. This is the type of thing where people want to look at gory videos. You create a website called bloodydeath.com, and then you embed videos from YouTube or LiveLink or whatever. All right, next up, closestbusiness.com. Big one, big money right there, worth $1,000, closestbusiness.com. Something that people type into Google. They want to find the closest business to them. Sexfurniture.org. This is a big one. You know why? You could have a store selling sex furniture, which is very, very expensive. There's some sex furniture that's $8,000. Like if you were to buy some of those big racks with the turning wheel and the weird little thing, the wooden thing that the person's head gets put into, and all that's big expensive stuff. So you could have a store selling that stuff, and then hey, here's the good news: not a lot of competition, not as much competition. Especially when you got the actual keyword, you're going to make the competition cry. They might want to buy it off of you so you don't destroy their business. But remember, no extortion techniques, guys, all right? We don't approve of that here. We don't do any of that stuff. It's not ethical. So make sure not to threaten anyone. Don't tell anyone, hey, I'm going to put you out of business if you don't buy my domain name. That's kind of bordering on the extortion thing. We don't approve of that. That's not legal. That's not good. Don't do that. Next up, voyeurchats.com, another great chat room website. We got redneckhillbilly.com. That's a great one. We got fatsex.org, all right? Nothing else to say about that. It's worth $980, but it's fatsex.org. You got backedsecurities.com. You got abusiverelationshiphelp.com. You got bestseobook.com. These are big winners, guys. All right, so what are we doing here, guys? You tell me the domains in the questions box. I'll give you appraisals while we're doing up the Flippa listings. Okay, guys? Let's hear some appraisals. Let's hear some domains. I'll give you about 10 seconds. All right, how do you further promote your premium listings? Is a good question from Chris Kern. Buddy, you post your domain on GoDaddy Premiums. You have it for $400 or $500 or $1,000. Nothing's happening, right? Well, you use all of these strategies I've been telling you about. You go on forums, domain forums. You have it in your signature. Okay, you go on YouTube. You do a video on YouTube talking about premium domains and what to do with different premium domains, and then you show your domains. All right, so you want to get out there and sell them and tell people about it. If you want to get a little bit more for your money, it's a little bit more work. You'll call actual businesses in that niche of the domain, and you'll sell them the domain. Okay, very, very exciting stuff. Jonathan got bargainflighttickets.com, eternalfatloss.com, golddiscussion.com, wholesaletrading.org. Here are some of the domains I have. What do you think about them, my man? Well, I think they're very, very good, buddy. I think you're onto something. You ought to be able to sell those pretty freaking easy. Have you ever tried putting them on Flippa? Because if you're tired of waiting and you're tired of doing all the work, that's what you do. You pay a little bit of money on Flippa, and then they take off a little bit of the work from you. But you got a risk of losing your auction fee and sitting there and waiting. But if you don't do any of the upgrades, you put it on your of course you could post it for auction on Flippa, then drive some traffic at that Flippa listing from YouTube or whatnot. You can just kind of kick it off while showing the search results a little bit more, and you can get some bids. All right. The reserve for something like bargainflighttickets.com, that is a really great domain, and it's also going to be very monetizable. Of course, you sign up for an affiliate program for airlines and stuff like that, and you can have a very, very big airfare website. Big airfare website, buddy. So good, congratulations on that. You also got a good brand name here, eternalfatloss.com. It's good that it insinuates that the person who purchases the product is going to have lifelong results. It's not just a temporary thing, which is good. Got golddiscussion.com, which is great. That is that would be a great forum for talking about gold. That's a great forum. And then, of course, how do you monetize it? You'd be selling gold. Wholesaletrading.org. Again, that's great. Good domains, bud. You're a good guy. All right, you keep up the good work. Good luck with that. Remember, you got to hustle. And get me a good testimonial, buddy. All right, I want to see you sell that bargain flight tickets for like $20,000 or something. Or turn. You can always have the choice of developing these domains, guy. But I want the testimonial. So let's go. All right. Next up, we got Ernie Brown here. If domains are praised at $50, they're good sellers. Well, Ernie, what you got to do, guy, is you've got to go on Estabat or Google, and you got to find your own related sales. Because if Estabat is appraising something at $50, that means that their comparable sales aren't really comparable. Estabat isn't the smartest type of website in the world; it's a robot. So, for instance, if you look at the related sales and they're not doing your domain justice, if you've got something that Estabat just doesn't know what it is, all right, doesn't understand what it is, then take one of the keywords in your domain and look up related sales having to do with that keyword. Like, for instance, if redneckhillbilly.com came out with a lower appraisal than I wanted it to be, then what I would do is I'd do a search for domains with the word redneck in them and how much they sold for. Now, if I came up with like redneckdownload.com, I would know right away, hey, and it said $3,000, I would know that the Estabat was lying to me a little bit about the Redneck Hillbilly. I think Redneck Download would be good, a little better than Redneck Hillbilly, but still I don't think that there's much of a, that drastic of a difference. Sometimes you're a little disappointed with the appraisal of your domain because you feel Estabat just doesn't know what they're talking about, all right? Which is natural. That happens. All right, so what's the deal? We doing this? You guys dropping the bomb? Let's drop that bomb, guys. All right, we got Sam. He's got something I'm not sure if I'm into it. It says how to gold. Gold isn't a verb, so it's a noun. So it's kind of like you need a how to sell. You need a verb in there, how to sell gold, or how to buy gold, or how to trade, gold, etc. All right, very, very exciting. All right, so we're going to take an intermission now. I'm going to go and get some caffeine, and then we're going to kick some ass. All right, it's going to be very exciting. I'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. This is Matt. Jamie had to step away for a little while. How many people we got here? Oh, quite a few. How's everybody going? How's everybody doing tonight? Say hello in the questions box. And just get it together here. Wipe off Jamie's mouse because there's something nasty on it. So, who's paying attention? Hey, Timothy. Hello, David. Sam. Sally. Jonathan. Sorry, I'm just checking out the questions box. Okay, so Jamie and I have been sick this week, so it hasn't been fun. But anyways. So we were talking about listing on Flippa, I guess. And hello, Dina. So who has experience and success with using Flippa? Raise your hand, I guess. Anybody? Questions box. I wasn't in the room, so I don't really know where Jamie left off. I guess he's obviously on Flippa. So let's log in. Oh my goodness. Let me look up his account. Hold on. Just 1 second. Oh my goodness. I don't even know my own password. It's saved on my computer. Maybe that's it. Let's see. God, I'm useless. All right, let's look at some domains. Okay, so one thing that doesn't get touched on too often that's important, when you get into domain flipping and you go on Flippa, excuse me, and you want to start, getting attention for your listings, an important thing to do is make your presence known by checking out other people's auctions, leaving comments, and watching what successful people do. And in Domainer Elite, you can actually, I'm sure a lot of you know this, but you can find templates that we've made for successful listings. So that's pretty handy. And in the past, Isaiah and I have really touched upon and written a lot of listings for people that ultimately were successful. Because a lot of the times the things that'll make and break you on Flippa is your listing and your visibility. So like any community, you obviously want to make the rounds. Because if you just go on there and if you don't have something like a oneword.com that's like fire, that's worth tens of thousands of dollars, chances are, unless you pay for exposure, you're not going to get a lot of exposure. So anyhow, let's wonk.com. Okay, so like this, for instance. Well, let's check this guy out. He's only had 2 sales. So estocks.co. What happened? Did you lose already?
Yeah.
So I was talking about, something that Isaiah and I always talk about, which is like throwing down $1 bids and leaving comments on other people's Flippa auctions, or throwing down bids. That's the other thing too. Sometimes you can score off other people's auctions. If they started at $1 or whatever, and you see a really good one, then sometimes you can score off other people's. Let's see what we got. Archeryshopper.com. That's pretty badass. From 1997. That domain's 19 years old. That's really good, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. Wait, do you have Esterbot open here somewhere? Yes.
All right, so I gotta go soon because I gotta write that thing tonight. I gotta write a thesis. Oh my god, I got so tired.
Oh my god.
Holy man.
Yeah, you got the itis?
No, I feel great, but I got tired though.
There's quite a few people here, huh?
Yeah. And we're gonna have this replay too. It's gonna be nice. That was good, man. We did some good strategizing, man. You guys dug that? Strategizing.
What the hell happened? What's that? I typed archery shopper. It's $0. It doesn't seem right. I would monetize that. Build up the value. Usually when they're really old though, like a 19-year-old domain name should have some sort of value. Especially if it's like a good sounding name like that. Alright. Back to Flippa. What else does this guy have? Discountwebpages.com. That's pretty good. Soulcorset.com. So they're bidding all 17 of these for the bids only have $50 right now. I'll bid on that. A couple of these are pretty good. TangoBand.com. Discountwebpages.com is pretty good though. Anyways, let's look at some more. ClubSony.com. I don't know about that. But I'm sure, as Jamie and all of us have told you guys many times, anything you see that's actual dictionary word, and the shorter the better, the more you're going to get. Let's look at ending soon. Show all .coms and .nets. Appstuff.com. Trump is love, Trump is life. Coinlive.com. Yeah, nothing's really jumping out at me here. Coinlive.com. It's pretty good, I guess. Especially since there's been a lot of bids. Any 4-letter ones, even if they don't make sense, are typically worth a lot of money too. As you guys see here, UVHE has had 11 bids and is at $227. The reason being they can be used as acronyms, and since there's hundreds of thousands of companies worldwide, chances are you can find one that needs an acronym site if they have 4 words in their business name. It just makes it easier. That's where a lot of the draw is for 4-letter domain names. So a lot of the times too, if like Jamie's talked about it before, you can find business specific names and try to go after an end user yourself. And if you put in the work, you can get like a lot more money than trying to flip them online, especially if you're a decent salesperson. But the same can be said for the 4-letter domains. If you do a little research, you can find a company that the acronym fits and sell it to them. And if you do a little homework on that and look around on like Name Pros, there's like a whole community of people that will buy those up from you. But don't buy 4 letters, not mixed with numbers or whatever, unless it's something catchy looking or whatever, like SZ87 right here. I don't think that's gonna be worth anything. Sportsplayoffs.com. Ooh, that's not bad, I guess. I'm surprised there's no bids on it, but the guy just might not know what he's doing. Let's check it out. Yeah, that's silly. He didn't put any work into this listing at all. Or could be used for multiple purposes. Frankly, I was surprised it's not a website already. Advertising would be easy, blah, blah, blah. That is a garbage listing. And this guy only has one other sale at $21. It's very sad. But who knows, you could, crap, I don't have my login info, so I can't place a bid, and Jamie's isn't on this computer either, so. But if somebody else wants to jump on that and throw down $1, that would probably be cool if you could get that for cheap, because it probably is worth a bunch. But this guy doesn't really know what he's doing, especially with the bad listing. Like, you need details, and like Jamie says, like, throw stats up there, like search results, ideas to monetize, other than this pathetic 4-sentence, 3-sentence statement that this guy threw up there. But with people like that have good ones that they don't know what they're doing, you can capitalize on them. Like I'm saying, like maybe you could get it for $10. I don't know. We'd have to find the reserve, but hopefully his reserve isn't too high. Ooh, that's pretty good. OneCharge.com. Okay, see, he's got some details there. 11 bids, $210. 1 day left. And if it's got that many bids and it's up to 210, then right at the last minute, sometimes they can take off and go for like thousands. That's better than the last guy, but he could have done more. It's just a ton of similar domain sales. It's better, but it's not great. Let's see if there's no comments. That is a good name, though. It doesn't show his stats. Oh, he's a broker. Interesting. Let's check him out. His name's Matt, too. Maybe we could be friends. Holy crap. It's got LAA.com going. That's up to $10,000. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, and then the 3-letter ones, Jesus, the sky's the limit. But, letters, not numbers. HVFRs, $200 opening bid. Pretty good. Basicneeds.com. That's badass. Used tires. Holy Nikes. No bids on it, though. I'm surprised this guy's a domain broker because jeez. Yeah, all his listings are the same. Which it's important to post likewise domain sales, but not like 100 million lines or that just gets old. It's like, yeah, I get the idea, That's basically the same cookie cutter freaking listing you had before. Who knows though? Maybe he does really well. I mean, this is some badass names he's got, but if he's a broker, that means he is selling them for somebody else and he does not own them. But he's probably making like 30%. So that's another thing to think about for you guys, like, because I've brokered a bunch for friends of mine, and if you get proficient at it, you can make money doing that too. But ultimately, it's better to find something like LAA.com for yourself or OneCharge. I like that a lot. And usetires.com. Jesus, that's definitely probably worth $100,000. Because you could launch that as like a legitimate, like serious, heavy-hitting online business. I know I've been working on cars for like 20 years, so I have a lot of experience with that niche. And I'm deep in the online car community and used to street race and, build my own car and all that stuff. I know for a fact that, tons and tons and tons of people buy used tires. So that could be like Tire Rack or something if you like bought that and built it up. Or mybattle.com. This guy's got some heavy hitters.
We're on DEFCON 3 today.
Really?
Yeah.
You got the nuclear war updates on your phone now?
Yeah, we're on DEFCON 3, everyone. Everyone thought I was a paranoid lunatic. Get your gas mask on tomorrow.
That could get worse. It's the top level, DEFCON 5.
DEFCON 1.
Oh, the lower the worse. It's interesting. I wish I had my login info. You don't know your login info, do you, Jimmy? For Flippa? Let's go back to it. Oh, geez. I should have gone back to where I was. Has anyone sold any domains today? No? Okay. Huh. 2pc.com. Out of curiosity. That's the bottom. I'll use that $6,700. And obviously, that's a good play on words, I guess. Like your too politically correct.com. Or too pathetically corrupt.com. Yeah, you could do a lot of acronyms with that. Name logo. That I feel like that was a site before. It sounds really good. Regardless, I'm surprised there's no bids. Sell website.net. It's bad. There's some bad ones out here. HillaryWinsUSA.com. I almost want to buy that and then redirect it to DonaldTrump.com. MilkingRobot.com. Jesus. I guess there are robots that milk cows, though, so, maybe if you're in the business of building those robots, then the buy it now price of $4.99 is pretty good. Laptop, computer, whatever, it's too long. Sports playoffs, definitely saw that. Ooh. That's that weird slash through it. Oh. That's strange. Buy it now, $40,000. Sheet gossips. It's pretty bad. Naturalgasoline.com. If you could make an engine that runs off of just water, and you bought naturalgasoline.com, then you could make a fortune before the oil companies have you assassinated. ArabChauffeur.com. That is odd. Well, why is it buy it now at $10,000? This guy's daydreaming. Perfect attractive domain for SEO. That is brilliant. ArabChauffeur.com. Really put a lot of effort into that listing there. Oh, the guy's new. Go figure. RussianChauffeur.com. HerAmerica.com. This guy is dreaming. He's never going to sell anything. I bet he hasn't either. Wow. See, and this is why it's a good thing you guys have us, because this guy isn't going anywhere with any of this. Especially, I mean, maybe like once in like maybe 5 years or something, he might get some offer from somebody for one of these ridiculous buy it now prices. But I mean, that's like a snowball's chance in hell right there. White men can't trump. Okay, I'm guessing this guy's pretty liberal here. I mean, that is pretty funny, actually. Because of the movie name. See, it used to be so alright to make fun of racial stereotypes, like in movie titles, such as White Men Can't Jump. I mean, that is a funny play on words and everything, but I don't think he's going to get his buy it now price of $4.99. And how the hell is he coming up with these freaking buy it now prices? $15,000 for bespoke domain. That is ridiculous. This guy's an idiot. OnlineCashBonanza.com. Well, that sounds cool. I don't think it's worth much at all. I'm sure there's ways to monetize that if you want to use it for yourself, but that would take some work. I wonder if he has a reserve on this. If I was trying to sell this, I would not have a reserve at all. Maybe like $15. Affiliate website or blog. Interesting. Great ideas. Another terrible listing. Let's look at some good listings, for Christ's sake. This is making me depressed. Most active. Papercup.com. 47 bids. 3 days left. Buy it now. $7,000. I don't know if he's going to get $7,000, but let's check it out. Chances are it's a pretty good listing. Registered in 1999, 17 years old. Asked about appraised value is $33,000. 5,500 exact match searches. $2.96 CPC. Extremely memorable and highly brandable. Boom, boom, boom. 168,750 broad match searches per month. And you know what? He probably could get like $25,000, $30,000 for this, because somebody like Solo or somebody that sells disposable cups obviously could redirect to their main website. And obviously, if it's like a multi-million-dollar company, they probably wouldn't have problems spending that much for a great, great domain name. Environmental blog. Okay, buddy. Nobody's going to pay thousands of dollars for a domain name to do an environmental blog. People that do that sort of thing tend to not have a lot of money. Product launches, etc. An online magazine featuring eco-friendly product reviews. Yeah, seems like this person's pretty bleeding heart. Brand name for an app developer or software developer. I don't know where the relevancy is there. Brand name for a company selling coffee or tea products. Yes, obviously. Online e-commerce selling people. All right. That's a little much to spend if you're doing an Amazon store selling paper cups. At least you put some thought and detail into this listing.
All right. Wake me up. You're not going to school tomorrow, right?
Going way off.
All right, so you're gonna wake up and then wake me up.
Yeah.
All right. What time is it? What time do we go?
It's 9:40. Excuse me for a second.
9:40?
Yeah.
How am I going to wake up at 9:40?
No, it is 9:40.
No, I'm saying what time you'll...
Oh my god.
I'm dying.
Jamie is dying, ladies and gentlemen. Wish him good luck. Okay. Oh, so he sold it, but the buyer backed out. Okay. It's important to, like I said, comment and get back to people. It seems like this guy has had some success since he has had $30,908 in sales and only 22 transactions. So, like I said, if you go on Domainer and you look at the cookie cutter listing forms we have, where you can just copy and paste basically, and then fill in the information that we tell you to, it's very similar to this, but ours are a little bit better. Oh my goodness. No.
All right, so find something to look at, and then let me borrow the mouse, because I got to write that thing for tomorrow.
What do you mean?
I got to write my thesis.
Well, use your laptop.
Huh?
Use your laptop.
I got all my files on this computer. That's the predicament. Get out of here,
Oh, nice. You don't have another mouse?
No. That's the way it's done.
No.
Oh, come on.
You can talk.
All right. So how's everybody feeling? All excited? How much money y'all make by now? We sell? We selling? You guys gotta learn how to sell. All right? The hustle never stops. Never stop the hustle. All right? I am writing an amazing 100-point elaborated list. Just very fluid. I'm very fluid about this. I've got it internalized. Just gonna crush it. It's gonna be glorious. The type of thing where you hear like Stravinsky playing in your head while you just crush, you just dominate. You know what I mean? Very, very exciting. All right, so we'll see you tomorrow. All right, we're doing this Texas style. You boys want to join in? And then, after we get some sales, you guys got to email us and send us a screenshot of your sales. We're talking, if you want to do easy sales, buy low, sell high. Remember to keep that profit margin, 5 times to 10 times. Okay, whatever you bought it for. Remember that your ceiling is really based on those appraisals. That's what I found is people do pay attention to that. Buyers pay attention to appraisals. So make sure when you're selling, you're mentioning the appraisal and you're also mentioning the related sales. All right? All right, everyone. So we'll see you tomorrow. Hope you had a good time. We'll see you at the webinar tomorrow. All right? We got webinars every day over here. All right? So make sure to join in. And it's going to be a fabulous time. All right? So thanks so much, guys. You're the bomb. All right? All right. I'll see you later.
Call our 800 number to buy a website today.
That's right.